What up players, it's Warboss Tae up in this mode. I have finished my skin wolf. This is a tutorial on how to paint blood effects, but I am finished as of 10:35 Hawaii time on October 30th. I am finished. For all of you out there who are interested, ooh, look at that, I didn't see that. He's got gore in his fingers. For all of you who are interested in watching, I wasn't able to do the glue effect the way I wanted to, so I didn't show it, but I do mention it at the beginning of the video. I guess I just gotta watch more videos about how to use gore with the glue, the white glue, but here it is. Hope you enjoy the video. Ooh, it really does add that little extra something to have all that blood and gore there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. And go out and support the other Spookytoberfest posters. If they're not finished, encourage them. Check out their work in progress and just, you know, let's go out there and support the rest of this community. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're all having a great day, wrapping up your month well, and we'll see you in the next video. Lassie! What up players, it's Warboss Tae up in this mode. Welcome to a Spookytoberfest tutorial on how to paint blood effects. I've shown off my blood effects in a lot of videos, but this is the first time I'm actually going to show you from start to finish my process on how to do it, and hopefully you like it. So here we go. The materials you'll need are some black paint. You can also use old school or the new Abaddon black. I'm using the old school Chaos black. You can also you also use Dryad bark or another very dark brown. It's very comparable to the old scorched brown. Good old Tamiya clear red X27, and a little bit of Uhu or Elmer's white glue, depending on I guess where you are. Finally, what we're going to use to mix all this together is a blister pack. The clamshell of a blister. So the first thing I like to do is take whatever brush I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this Army Painter Wargamer Regiment brush, and this is not going to be a ghetto wet palette because there's going to be mixing of this clear paint. So we want it to just stick on the plastic. So I'm just putting a whole lot of water here, and I'm going to start by putting a little bit of Chaos Black off on the side here, a little bit of Dryad bark on this side, and in the middle the twain shall meet. So we're putting our red right here in the middle and mixing with a little bit of water, pulling it to the center. Oh, hello.
Are you gonna tell me?
Yes. And you see that I've got a good dark brown mix right there. So I'm also going to put a little bit of the red all by itself over here on the side. Oops, sorry about that. So we mixed the black and the brown in the center with some red, and we also put some red here on the side that didn't have much of this dark black or brown color in it. So we're going to be mixing and matching the effects that we want. If you want it to get darker, like older, then we add a little bit of black here. If we want it, and the brown basically does the same thing, makes it look like it's been sitting out for a while. But we just are mixing a bunch of different colors together to get whatever effect we want. Red is obviously the freshest, so we want to keep this kind of off to the side. And we also want to be dipping our brush into the water every once in a while. So now that that's mixed, we're going to clean off our brush and actually apply it onto the mixture, or onto the model, with a smaller detail brush, because we don't want to go splattering our model with grossness. So I'm going to start with the, and I'm really just going to be mixing and matching. So there's not going to be any real method to the madness. As you can see, it goes right on really smoothly, and you want it uneven as possible, because if you're doing something like the skin wolf, then he's just ripped out of his human skin, should have blood splattering and caked all over his body. So there will be some darker clotted blood in the recesses, but also some of the red to contrast. And that's why if you have everything on your clamshell, then it's really easy for you to go back and forth. Something else that you might want to do before you even do this, if you're doing something like this skin wolf, is wash, or if you're doing like Dark Eldar skin, I've done this effect on Dark Eldar before, you might want to wash the skin with some purple wash to make the skin look bruised and flayed even more, rather than just freshly ripped off. It's really up to you though. The Tamiya Clear Red will do most of the work for you, but adding some of that black and browns to it will also help. You can make that it's like it's splattered or running. The blood is dribbling down the fur. You get a good mix. You might want to do like the lighter red first, Tamiya Clear Red all by itself, and then stipple the black blood on top of it after. It's an option. With this skin wolf here, it's okay to be a little messy, since the fluff of this is that this creature just burst out of this human skin. So it would be streaked with blood. Thing I don't want to do is take away too much from the paint job that I did, so I'm not gonna like just douse him in blood like Carrie from that movie that I don't remember the name of right off the top of my head. But we do want to ring as much of the skin with blood as we can. And if you want, like here on this bandage, this is one of the areas where you can mix the darker brown and black in and stipple it on the bandage. And as long as there's a little bit of red as well, it looks like the bandages have been saturated and caked with blood, which is pretty gross. So you see, we're getting a good mix. You don't want just one color of blood, because as blood oxidizes, it gets darker, as it is freshly spilt, it's brighter. There's more oxygen in it. So we're trying to get a good mix here. Put some there right over his wolf butt. Oh my. We're in this area here on the back. It's tricky because if you add just a little too much of that black color tone to it, then it'll spread really quickly. So you want to be very light with it. So like here on this arm piece, looks a little too dark, so I'm gonna add a little bit more redness to it to give it a very strawberry jelly-like effect. One of the things that I say all the time is that anything can always be repainted, but once you get to this stage, this Tamiya clear red, this is one of the last things you want to do with the model, and sometimes it's harder, it'll definitely be harder to paint back over this just because it's a glossy paint, it's a clear paint, so it'll be a lot harder once it tries to go back. And because this is a limited edition model, I'm gonna try not to have to worry about going back and redoing any of this. You know what movie used to scare me as a boy? Teen Wolf. When Michael J. Fox turned into a werewolf. I don't know why. It was like the least scariest werewolf movie ever made. But once he started growing that hair, oh, nightmares. Okay, so if you've got too much black or brown, then you just want to even it out. Spread out some more red on the area around it, and you'll be fine. You can show too that the blood is still there, drying on the rest of his woofy body if you want. Like streak it down the gray parts that you've already painted, or splatter it elsewhere around him, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want him to look like a strawberry popsicle. Face is the most delicate part because it's really easy to just put too much. I think I might have gotten too much there on that cheek, so you can't see all the hard work that I did on the gray over here on his jawline. Paint was just went on the wrong way, unfortunately, so mistake. Nobody's perfect. But we will soldier on. Every once in a while you want to wash your brush. Make sure that the Tamiya clear red doesn't dry in the ferrule, which is where the bristles meet the metal. And that goes for any paint you use, but especially in a paint that will get all gummy like Tamiya clear paints. Oh, okay, there we go. Just that little blood streak right there under his bicep. Maybe a streak here on his neck. There. So now, what we're gonna do sorry everybody, I ran out of tape for a second. So we're building up the core around Gorma's maw, his mouth. We just took some black and red and painted his jaw, his mouth, but I left some, I only did it like right at the edges so that you could still see the highlighting that I did on his muzzle, I guess you would call it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. You know you want it. You know you want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Oh. Aha! Oh, shh. It's late. Well, that is way too much to me, a clear red. Let's get some of that out of his mouth. So there's that, and now we're gonna put some fresh blood on poor Harold here. So actually before that, let's gory up his hand. And what else? Let's add a little bit more to his leg there. Ooh, bloody. So we're gonna add some here now to Harold. Focus please, Igor. I'm sorry, Master, but I'm trying not to throw up my lunch. So I just looked at the 4 biggest rips and tears in poor Harold's uniform, and I just painted in some Tamiya clear red. Now we're going to add in a little bit of that darker color to give it a little bit of scabbiness, and we'll be done. I still think his uniform actually looks a little too bright, so we'll give him some blood out of the corner of his mouth. And yeah, we'll just do a little bit of a blood splatter around. So it doesn't look so clean. So you get the impression that Gormar has been dragging poor Harold through the forest for a while. And there you have it. The last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of lining to his scars here. And by doing this, we're saying that they're not really scars, but they're fresh wounds. Maybe from another skin wolf nearby. Maybe from a lady friend of his. Maybe she was like, Gormar, you never do the dishes. And he was like, woman, I go out all day and bring home food. You're complaining about the dishes. And she gives him a swipe. Alright, and we are done. So there you have it, players. Happy Spooky-toberfest. My skin wolf is done. Project is over. Woo! Congratulations to me. Actually, there's one more thing I have to paint this gravel that I glued in, but that's, that's nothing. The skin wolf is pretty much done. Harold and Gormar go to the White Castle, or specifically the White Castle in the city of the White Wolf, Middenheim. Nom nom nom. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Say goodnight, Igor. I'm gonna throw up.